Hey guys and girls, we got a great treat on Jimmy Houston Outdoors YouTube and Facebook today. My buddy Justin.
What's up?
Justin is a YouTube star. I'm telling you, 1 million subscribers, about to hit 1 million. How exciting is that?
Man, I've been doing it a while. It's pretty exciting.
It is.
Finally get up there.
Your other channel with your wife, it's got over 100,000,
Yeah.
well over 100,000.
Yeah.
It does great. And so you know what I like about that. Now let's don't tell anybody, and for sure don't tell your wife or mine. But
Sure they won't watch it.
But no, we won't. We won't let either one of them know. What either one of them know is that you got 1 million subscribers, and the channel that she's a star in has got 100 and some odd thousand. I love that. I love that. Now that's just all I'm going to say about that. I'm just going to leave it right there.
She's the
before
star.
I get you and me both in trouble.
She's a star.
She is a star. You know, on our YouTube channel, the biggest things on there every week is the one video that Chris does on the deer. And I keep thinking and telling her it's the deer that's the star, but I'm not sure.
Chris might be the secret sauce of this whole program.
It might be. All right, we're going to go out there and catch a bunch of fish today. Justin's an incredibly great fisherman, fished tournaments for a while, and decided he'd rather do YouTube videos and have a lot more fun at it. Stay home with that beautiful wife we've been talking about and beautiful daughter. And so we're going to go out and catch a lot of fish. And I was just telling him that some of the places we're going to be fishing, I don't take a lot of people because it's real thick and you get hung up a lot, but Justin can catch them and he can fish in that stuff.
Do a little
when he
flipping.
gets hung up, he'll just break it off. The others, they go, "Oh, Jimmy, please come help me get undone." He'll just break it off or get it undone.
Or it's an 8-pounder, and I'll bring them in.
And we'll catch some big fish that way. All righty, let's get after it. What do you say?
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Let's get them.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready.
There's something happening right here. Oh, that's
Oh,
a
you got one on? Oh, that's the way to start.
That's a grown one.
That's the way to start. That is the way to start, my friend. That is the way to start.
Look at that
That's my
beautiful
buddy
sugar
Justin
back
Rackley back here in the back of the boat. Big YouTube guy. Big YouTube guy. Got 1 million subscribers. That's our first fish of the day, and that is exactly the way to start. Got that fish on a jig, looks like.
Gotta love it.
Ah, yes, sir. That is the way to do it.
Can I give it a sniff, Jimmy?
You can sniff that one. I don't know. I've been kissing a few that smell like they'd been sniffed.
So good.
That's the way to start right
That is
there.
a good fish right there.
Jig
man.
and crawl. That's
Beautiful.
the way to do it.
Beautiful bass.
Biggest fish I've caught so far this year has been on a jig. 18 foot deep. That one was way shallower than that. But 18 foot deep on a jig. Biggest one I've caught, one over 11 pounds.
Gotta love a jig.
So.
That one picked it up kind of funny. It started swimming towards the boat and I had to catch up to it.
It'd be a good time to jerk. Spinner plug. Spinner plug. Come here, baby doll. Well, we know they're biting spinner baits and jigs.
That's another good one.
Come here, pal. He's not as big as that last one, but he'll play. That fish will play, you bet. I like it. I might have to.
Hey, yeah.
Pretty baby doll, yeah.
Love to see it.
I was kind of running that down about like a swim jig is what I was doing there. You had that one on that jig. I thought I'll just swim that spinnerbait a little deeper.
Oh.
That one jumped out of that bush. I had that one just about 4 or 5 inches deep. That's a good one.
That one was getting up on the bank.
Yeah. I just about bet we have a lot of them do that this afternoon. We get back in some ends and some creeks. This is kind of an end right here, you know. It's a female too.
Now, how can you tell it's a female, Jimmy?
Well, you put your lips up here, and she kisses you. Female. The males will back off. It's got a big belly on her. I'd say, you know, you can just kind of look at it and tell she's got eggs in her. This time of the year, it's about the only time you can really do it. And you know, I don't know, you never know if you're 100% right unless you fillet them. And I don't fillet that many, I throw them back, so. Ooh, that's,
Just a tasty
not as
one.
big as you thought he was, is he?
No. When I first hooked it, it loaded up real nice, and I was
He
like,
probably got around the limb or something too. Yeah.
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 Ate it.
Yeah. He ate it. He had it down deep, didn't he? Well, that's not the 11-pounder I told you was right here in this spot, but there is 11-pounder in this spot.
Not quite. That's her little boyfriend.
Yeah, that's her little boyfriend. But he said that on the reservation, he said, we go by the state and get him. Threw back in there and got him, didn't he?
That's a big one, I'm serious.
Yes, he is.
Well, no,
not the 11-pounder, but he's a nice one.
Oh, I thought that was the one, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm going.
That's a nice fish, though.
It's a nice fish.
What you get in your mind there?
You've got me dreaming.
Ooh, I love it.
Jimmy's got a tendency to do that. Get you hyped up. Love it. Not quite an 11.
He could have been. Well, he might be someday.
But Jimmy's on her.
A lot of people have caught 11-pounders. They just catch them before they got there.
Yeah, if it would have got off,
It'd have been
10 feet from the
11-pounder.
boat, I would have told you. Definitely that 11-pounder.
I saw that fish get that bait.
Dang.
I saw that fish get that bait.
He came up
I was
off the
swimming
bottom.
that big 3/4 ounce jig. I don't know why I have a 3/4 ounce jig on there. Well, I know I had it down to OHIV on this rod. Yeah, that's a big jig. I saw him flash at it. I just dropped it when he flashed at it. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a big jig. It's just a little. It's just too heavy. I mean, it doesn't. The fish don't care how heavy it is. I don't think I'll cut the barb off that jig either. I just picked it up out here in this deeper water. Golly. It's just barely in him, but I can't get it out. He ate it, that's for sure. It's a nice fish. Nothing wrong with that one.
Beaut.
I got to bend the barb down on my big 3/4 ounce jig. That's a bad jig. There might be a wad of them in that tree.
That's good.
There might be several. Oh, that's a nice one too.
Yeah.
Nice fish.
Technically caught at this point, but
Just in case he gets off.
but I like to sniff them. I like to get a little closer.
Yeah, you gotta get closer to sniff them. I know that.
That fish.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go over
Jimmy
and
might
hold
be
your
right. There
spot
might
by
be a
that
few.
tree.
There might be a few more.
Just
in
so
there.
we'll remember where that tree is.
But it was a bam, hit my bait.
Yeah, you got three strikes on that one cast.
And then it swimming it back to make another cast, it hit it again. So there we go.
I think the last 2 or 3 I've caught have been swimming. That's
Beautiful.
a nice fish.
See ya.
I got him. I'm getting that bait out and swimming it and shaking it.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. You know, it's so heavy, I just shouldn't be throwing a 3/4 ounce jig. It's not like I don't have another jig, but that's working. Okay, that's a big old football head. Yeah, that's a pretty fish. Boom. I'll tell you, that's the deal. That's the deal. We got to swim these baits. Swimming the jig, swimming a football head. Yeah, baby.
God, y'all there. Get them off this tree.
We're about to catch all of them out of that tree, aren't we? We don't know how many's in there. What we've got right here, I've got a big Lucky Strike football head on here, 3/4 ounce football head, and I put a little creature bait trailer on the end of it, and it's just that those tails right there are just amazing. That's that new Hydra tail, and it's just an amazing tail. It's got incredible action, and basically, you know, we're working that bait around the trees, but then we end up swimming it. I don't know if they're following it, and then when we start swimming, they go ahead and bite it, but just the last several fish that I've caught, and the last couple that Justin caught, they've been swimming it. He's missing them working it, and he starts swimming it and catches them. I missed that one. I thought it was grass or something, and
There you go.
I got him too. That bait was swimming. But when I'm swimming a swim jig, and I get a bite, normally I'll just reel real fast. I'll start reeling real fast and then set the hook. Because a lot of times on a swim jig, you'll miss them. You'll miss them if you set the hook. If you set the hook on them. And so, and Tom Monsieur taught me that. He's like the swim jig guru of the world. And he told me, he said, quit jerking on those things. I said, well, what do you do? He said, start reeling real fast. He said, you get a bite, he said, just crank your reeling up real fast and then set the hook. And so I started doing that, and I've become a lot better swim jig fisherman because I just haven't, because I get a bite, I want to jerk. I mean, that's just, I just want to jerk when I get a bite. That's a good one too.
A better one?
Yeah, he's on that crankbait. It's about the same size we've been catching. Pretty nice fish. Boy, he ate that thing. Look at that. Got that little deep smoothie down in its mouth. Well, one of them's not even hooked. That's good. Get it out of his mouth. Pick that smoothie up. I keep my needle nose handy. Not bad. It's male. They're both male and females, but most of these fish right here in this big school of fish, most of them seem to be males. There are some females right here, but I'm amazed that we hadn't caught a big female because we're catching this little honey hole that Justin found behind the boat in that one tree. Has got some fish in it. Swimming right by the boat.
Well,
that's a good fish right there. That's a nice one.
There we go.
That's a good one right there. Nothing wrong with that.
Nice
look how fat that
one.
Well, you look how fat that fish is.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's one looking for a boyfriend right there.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for a boyfriend.
Just big old bellies.
Is that on your jig still? What'd you do?
No, that was actually on a little swim bait.
Oh, on a swim bait?
Yep. Just swimming. They're definitely liking it.
Oh, they're wanting the bait moving. They're wanting the bait moving.
He's still trying to eat it. He's swimming on the tree.
Really?
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
And it's hung on the
Look,
tree and he's trying to eat
circling
it?
the tree.
Really?
He's circling the tree trying to grab it again.
Watch
Serious,
this. Watch this.
get him right
Watch
here.
that.
Look at that.
Watch this.
Got him.
Watch this.
Oh, my
Watch
goodness.
this. Find me another one, Justin.
Crazy.
Hey, I would have thrown back if I thought it was a 2-pounder. I thought it was a 4-pounder.
No. It was just cool.
That's what you call bird dog right there. He's got his bait hung in the tree. He's got his bait hung in the tree, and the fish was swimming around trying to wait for that bait to get off the tree so he'd eat it. I throwed my spinnerbait by there. I might just go ahead and stay hung up, and I'll make a few more casts over there.
You're just an otter, Jimmy.
An otter.
Yeah,
that was gorgeous. Wasn't that
Ooh,
something?
Man, that's a good one.
That's a nice one, too. Wasn't that pretty? That was gorgeous. I just pitched that bait over and let the wind carry it to the right side of that. Come by there, I mean, that's classic. That's classic spinnerbait fishing right there. Oh, yeah, that is classic spinnerbait fishing. That's a nice fish, too. That is classic spinnerbait fishing right there. You notice what's happening as the day is getting warmer, and it's not really getting that much warmer temperature-wise. It's not really going to change a whole lot, maybe 10 or 12 degrees today, but the sunshine on the water makes a difference. Bass are cold-blooded, so just a little bit of water temperature change makes a difference in their life. I mean, it just makes a difference in their life. They get more active, they start chasing more. Even the fish that we caught on a jig, which was several, even the fish we caught on a jig are chasing that bait. They're biting it swimming as opposed to biting it down on the bottom or as it falls. They're biting it while it's swimming. And it's not been a good experience. Ooh, I hear something happening.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
There was another one about that size that chased my jig just a second ago.
With that one, or?
I missed that one.
Was there one with
earlier.
that one?
No.
I was going to say, if there is, I'll hold your spot for you.
That's just beautiful, hooked right in the
fish.
schnoz right there.
That's a good fish. That's perfect. Perfect right on top of the head,
perfect,
just like you want
fat
it.
belly. Gotta love it.
Boy,
Man, Jimmy, you got some healthy ones.
Very healthy fish.
Beautiful.
This water's getting clear as we get back up in this creek.
It's been a long time since I've watched fish hit it in clear water.
It's fun, isn't it?
So fun.
Boy, he was back in behind. That fish is in 6 inches of water, Justin.
Really?
I'm talking 6 inches of water.
Oh, there's another one.
Catch
There's
him.
another one.
Might be the girl. Might be a girl.
Oh, it came from the right.
Listen, I think so. I mean, he was back in behind that tree. Look how shallow that is.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice fish right there. The spinnerbait I'm catching these on is a Jimmy Houston Legend spinnerbait by Lucky Strike. And that is a fire tiger color. That's what's called a fire tiger color. It's got fluorescent green, fluorescent yellow, which is chartreuse, and fluorescent orange. And these particular ones are salt and pepper skirts. So they got the black in that skirt too and a little bit of white. So that's kind of a really multicolored skirt. I got 2 gold blades on there, 2 gold blades. I have to sign each one of these blades. That's a big job. Takes me hours sometimes to do that. A gold, sign your signature in gold. That's it right there. No, not really. I think one of the deals on spinnerbaits is what you're trying to accomplish with it. You know, if you're in water, you're trying to get a lot of flash, and mostly in clear water, we're trying to create a lot of flash. Probably your willow leaf blades work better, and I like to use a little bit larger size blade normally than what comes on the bait. So, in other words, most 1/4 ounce spinnerbaits have a certain size. You move to 3/8, the blade gets bigger. You move to half, it gets bigger, and so forth all the way. But I like to use like about a size or maybe 2 sizes larger most of the time. So, like when we built our Legend spinnerbaits, they only are in 3/8 and 3 1/2, all they are. But the 3/8 has got like what's in most everybody's half. The 1/2 ounce got what's most anybody, yeah. So they're like particularly in the willow leaf blades, and then in the round blades. And I actually do more with round blades than I do with willow leaf blades, and I like it just because of vibration. And if you throw the round blades, we throw with a lot. It's got a lot of cup in them. You'll notice on those blades there, you just see that rod tip. And that's exactly what you want, I think, on a round-bladed spinnerbait. And you can feel it. You can feel the whole thing vibrate, but you can actually see the vibration. And that's pulling that bait pretty slow. And you pull it pretty fast. You can watch it. See that thing how it's vibrating there? But even when you pull it slow, see that vibration? And you can feel it in the whole rod. And it sends out a good sound down there. And I believe that, I mean, and as far as the colors of the blades, I think it's more personal preference. But in most dingy water, they can see gold better than they can silver, I think. And then in a lot of really dirty water, I'll use white blades or chartreuse blades. You can actually see a white blade better. And I'm not sure it's important to the fish, unless you're fishing for smallmouth. But the one reason in really dirty water I like to use a white blade is I like if I'm fishing stuff down under the water, if it doesn't have moss on it, like a lot of this got moss, so we can't hit the stump. But later in the year, all that moss will be gone, so you can bump your bait into it. And you can see that white blade, you see a stump, you see the white blade, so you have that contact where you can still make it hit it and not hang up. So you know, blades are like everything else on a spinnerbait. A lot of it is personal preference and experience and confidence of what you've been doing. But right down to the simplest denominator to me is you want a lot of flash, use willow leaf. You want a lot of vibration, use Colorado. And most of the time, I want a lot of vibration. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Man, they're all up on this flat.
Yeah. The wind's blowing in on it. Everything's kind of right.
You can get off now.
It got a little cooler. It's back below 57, but
nope, not gonna do it.
They're wanting to come. They're wanting to come into the bank.
Oh, that one's got a little black spot on its lip.
We can remember him when we catch him again.
Little
I
dot.
don't know what caused those. They're just kind of a color mutation or something. But you get in some lakes where they have lots of those spots on.
Oh, saw that.
Wasn't that pretty? I love to see them come up on top of the water and get it like that. Pretty nice one too. Yeah. Talk to me, baby. A head shaker. Ah, I love a head shaker. Yeah, baby. Got a big belly on that booger. You a pretty girl. Yes, you are. As soon as it hit the water.
That was in the dirt, man. That's a
nice
decent
fish too.
Pretty fish.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
It looked like he's like he was sitting there with his mouth open, wasn't
Just
it?
boom, I mean, up there in like a foot of
Yep,
water.
Yep.
Oh, man, I don't know if I can lift you. You got a big belly.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mmm. Thick.
That's nice.
Love to see it. Goodness
You could
gracious.
sniff that one a while.
Oh, man, that's a hefty one.
Yeah.
Woo! You gotta love it.
I set the hook good back. I don't know how big he is.
That's a good one.
Nice one. He is a nice one. He is a nice one. Yeah, baby. What a way to end the day. Looky there.
Jimmy!
Looky there. Looky there.
Oh, look at that big mouth. Oh.
That big body.
Woo!
Woo! What I'm talking about.
Goodness
You know, you
gracious.
got that one big one that you caught a minute ago?
Yeah.
We stuck in the live well for a picture.
Yep.
You get that one out, and I'll get that one, and we'll take a really nice.
Won't that be sweet?
Those are about the same size.
I
fish.
know. That one is
Gorgeous.
just all belly.
The belly on that critter.
Woo.
Here we are. Here we are. Get your fish out of there. Get your fish out of there. Man, what a day Justin and I have had out here today. We caught a lot of fish swimming a jig. And I'm not talking about just a swim jig necessarily, although Justin did use that. But I got to catching them on a which live well's he in?
I think it's in, Phil? Yeah. I think it's in this one.
Right here, yeah. I think it is. And we got to swim in these big 3/4 ounce jigs. And to be honest with you, I've never done that before. I've used 3/4 ounce jigs and fished them down deep. But we swim in these 3/4 ounce jigs out in 12, 15, 20 foot of water around these trees and catching the fish. Now, we've missed several fish doing that. But will you look at these two right here? We put these two in we wanted to get a good picture. We wanted to get a good picture right there, and there they are. All we got to do now is just, I'm going to give mine some sugar. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to sniff it. Yeah, gotta love it,
All
baby.
right, baby dolls, here you go.